Time watching C-SPAN, walking around, quoting Aristotle. I would be lying if I didn't admit that I have heard more than my fair share of Aristotle in the past 3.5 weeks. However, I would also be lying if I didn't admit that here at JSA, I've met the most energetic, diverse, and intellectual youth that one could ever hope to be involved with. No matter how positive or negative your experience has been, I think we can all agree that numerous valuable lessons have been learned here at Princeton. When I reflect upon all that I have learned, lessons separate into two clear categories. The first is why we came here in the first place, scholarly knowledge. The second category, however, consists of the small things, the knowledge that comes with being surrounded by a group of thinking individuals. Knowledge certainly has been abundant in classes. To cram an entire semester into a short period of time is no easy task. Thankfully, experienced college professors were able to impress as much information as humanly possible upon our ready and waiting minds, assuming, of course, that we were still awake. Through classes, we were able to learn not only the standard information that is taught in high school class, you know, how a bill becomes a law, which philosophers laid the foundations for modern democracy, but also how such information can be applied at a higher level of thinking. By learning at a higher level, these students are better prepared for AP exams and the challenging courses that we're sure to encounter as we prepare to enter the world of higher education. But more important than what may help us in future classrooms is what we have learned that will influence our lives. I've learned plenty from my professors, but that knowledge pales in comparison to that which I have learned through being trapped here on campus with my fellow peers. The discussions are fascinating. In everyday life, it is not easy to find an informed person to debate with. However, at JSA, the average discussion often involves individuals sharing their opinions while trying to convert the opposition. These out-of-class, impromptu, informal debates are one of the key benefits of knowing people that have not only heard all the issues, they're actually familiar enough with current affairs to take and defend a position. Every conversation brings out new issues, opinions, and points that others have never heard before. This leaves everyone even more informed and capable of defending his own position. Don't get the wrong impression, though. We're still pretty cool kids. Though we spend time discussing the New York Times and comparing SAT scores, we also do discuss fun topics. Thanks to some of my peers, I know now that I understand the art of the pop, lock, and drop. The ultimate experience. I have written a 9-page term paper in 2 days. I've debated the elements of partisan politics with a man who has a doctorate in political science. I've spent hours doing homework and or napping underneath a tree with a group of people that I can honestly say I will never, ever forget. Now, whether you have done all of these things or none of them, do not forget this experience. Take what you've learned in the classroom. Go home and dazzle your friends and teachers with your immense knowledge of government and political philosophy. Take what you've learned from the experience. Feel more cultured at the fact that you have friends from the Virgin Islands, Singapore, Brooklyn, and that with them, that in-depth conversations about every aspect of modern politics. Some of us will go home and go JSA crazy. We will start JSA chapters, blackmail our friends into joining, and then attend every conference within a 100-mile radius. Most of us, granted, will not be that enthusiastic. However, I'm willing to bet that the next time you make a presentation in class, there will be a clear attention getter, thesis statement, and a preview of your 3 main points. The next time you hear someone debating about whether evolution should be taught in high school instead of intelligent design, you will know exactly what he is talking about, especially if you were in my CW house. Do not let this experience go to waste. Take the knowledge you have gained both inside and outside the classroom and use it to be an active and informed citizen. Take this experience and use it to truly become a junior statesman of America.